Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, Wanderbot Wizardbot here, and welcome to the Spell Brigade Early Access, or welcome back to it if you caught my previous coverage. This is one of those bullet heavens I like to come back to kind of regularly as it gets big updates, because I like it. I think it's a charming little game, and I want to put more time into it. Looks like they've changed some things. There's now, character experience levels? Okay, so we can play as the Moon Mage, who is the Moonerang. We can play as Ludwig, who has an arcane broadsword, or this guy that has the solar... I don't know. I haven't done the Sun Mage in a while, I don't think. And yeah, I have some meta progression, but nothing to spend it on. We have a bunch of quests, and yeah, I'm curious about the leveling system, but eh. Okay, so what realm are we doing? Are these the only three we have? Well, I'll start on the Verdant Meadows. Oh, and we can also increase the difficulty. I'll start on moderate for now. So we also have Covenants. Ooh. So no friendly fire. Endless mode, and locked by quest. Alright, we're not going to do any of those things. Matchmaking is off. Let's just start a run. Yeah, so it's got 1 to 4 player multiplayer if you want to bring some friends along. But obviously I'm going to be playing this solo because, I don't know. It's easy. So this character is... yeah, I've got this like aura around me that just hits things consistently. So it can increase its damage, increase crit chance. Oh no, all crit chance by 6%. Sure, I'll take that. What was I gonna say? I don't know, it's a pretty standard bullet heaven except for the 1 to 4 player co-op. There's more of a focus on infinite scaling than there is, I guess there are kind of sort of evolutions, but they just come at set levels like in, Deep Rock Galactic instead. So we can get spell damage by 15%, dodge, let's go for spell damage. Only as a small 7 damage boost on this thing, but the aura is pretty weak. From what I remember. And so we need to get it up kind of as soon as possible, otherwise I'm going to end up overwhelmed. I am going to try and get my crit chance up, because, I mean, 100% crit chance is always good, if you can manage to succeed at that. Let's see. So what other things does this have? I know there are going to be random, like, loot pickups that show up every once in a while. I think the thing that I like most about this game is it's one of the few bullet heavens that has like dynamic events that pop up in the middle of a match, of a run, which I find incredibly charming, just because, you know, it's better than just sitting around fighting things forever. Hello. So, energy auras that damage anything within reach, phantom blades, falling stars. I'm gonna go Necro Whirl. We're gonna just try and go for like a hard AoE build, if I can. I'll see what I can do with it. Right, and I can hurt myself. As one of the, I don't know, main selling points for this game, though they've, made it so you don't need to worry about it as much. But you absolutely can hurt yourself with your own spells. Okay. 2 rerolls left. I guess I'll go for the spell duration on Necro Whirl. I'd like to boost my luck. Boosting your luck, it does wondrous things. But, You gonna hurt? Nope. Wow. I'm actually impressed. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Let's see. I'd like to get my primary aura up if I can. Because, yeah, that doesn't hurt me, and if I can get it to be huge, I can toast a lot of things in my immediate vicinity. Okay, secure the spell cores. So this is Wizard Soccer. Okay. It'd be a little tricky to pull some of this off. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to increase damage by a little bit. Where are the other cores? Okay, they're over here. Probably gonna bat both of them. Because I don't have to be consistently touching them. I just kind of yeet them in. There we go. And that'll give me a small bonus in a second. There we are. So we can augment one of my spells. Do more damage towards the center. Occasionally, or cast an additional whirl, or a legendary upgrade increases its size. I have to go for the Necro Whirl additional whirl. I'd like to work on the solar, and that 40% size bonus would have been lovely. Yeah, do I go for a bit of armor? Sure. I don't usually invest in survivability in Bullet Heavens, but this one can be punishing. And it's probably better that I have at least some stuff built around that. Luckily, we do have a bit of regen, which actually does make a difference here. Because I think the last time I played this, it was really attrition that kind of killed me. There we go. I have a good option on this. I should go back through all of the Bullet Heavens that are still in early access. I mean, I guess alternatively I could just do like Bullet Heaven week at some point, sooner than later maybe. And just go through every single Bullet Heaven again, because, you know, for a couple of them, it's actually been months or even years since I've loaded them up. Like, I don't think I've touched 20 minutes till Dawn in ages. So much of that is because there's a sequel coming. And so it's easy for me to just be like, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's part of the reason why I haven't, like, loaded up Slay the Spire in a while, because I know they have a sequel on the way. Oh, if they have a sequel on the way, then that means the board game is probably gonna have a sequel too. I kind of hope they actually make it so that Slay the Spire 2 board game is fully compatible with the first one. That'd be nice. What was that? Or an expansion pack. I don't know. I like it when it's kind of both a standalone game and an expansion. That always feels really good to me. When it comes to, like, both game design and also on a functional level. I'm trying to think of good examples of this. I think mostly it's, sometimes I like the standalone expansion as kind of like its own thing. I guess like Wingspan, the Asian expansion for that is fully standalone. Not on Steam, I think that's just an expansion, but if you're getting like the actual board game, it's playable specifically as like a 2-player mode instead, which I actually think is really cool. Let's go for some experience gain. I think it's vaguely worth it in this case. Oh, that's a new enemy. Yeah, the dudes that jump out of the ground are new. Also, the kind of pyramid head-y tripod guys. Those are also completely new. Neat. Let's let that go off. I really like the explodey enemies. Okay, Necro Whirl size. I'm gonna keep going for experience gain for a little while longer. I don't know how practical that is, and I should be working on Necro Whirl. I just really would like to actually max out my solar aura. Make it really big, do a lot of damage, set enemies on fire. Yeah, there's a handful of Bullet Heavens that I've been keeping my eye on. Yeah, it's so weird. Just how hard it is to level up my solar pulse. Okay, what is this one? Complete the sacrifice. Oh, I'm assuming this is just kill enemies inside it. I can work with that. Especially if we get a handful of these splody dudes who take things out for me. Perfect. Ow. Just don't be there when the explodey dude goes off. Let's see. Explosive bomb behind you. Sure. Admittedly, that's the one I don't really care for. None of those were really what I would say I'm looking for build-wise. But, I mean, oh well. Whatever can I do? Okay, Hex Bomb. Yeah, let's just go for the Solar Pulse augmentation. The problem is I need to make it that much bigger. Like, luck by 2 is so weak, but I'm gonna snag it anyway. Yeah, like... I wonder if the bigger your aura, the more Solar Pulse does in damage. Or if it's just a more gradual curve. Because I think that could actually make that upgrade extremely good. Like, hey, if this spell is huge, it's going to do tons of damage. I don't need pickup range. I think there's very occasional magnets that you can find. And also my, like, base pickup range is pretty large. I must have been investing into it from, like, a meta progression perspective. Yeah, it's almost assuredly what's going on here. Let's piss this guy off. There we go. Increases your spell size. Yaw. Because all my spells need to be bigger. It doesn't seem like it scales the damage to be that much higher. Oh, there's a healing potion that we don't need. Actually, the bomb is working out. It's a good companion ability to the rest of this setup that I've got going on. I'm also really happy with how small the hitboxes on the enemies are. You really can just kind of skirt next to them and not take damage. It feels genuinely very good to me. Let's see. Yeah, the problem is I only have 2 rerolls left, and these are all stinkers. I mean, I guess I should have gone for the experience gain, if anything. Let's see, do we have any other explodies in this mix? The answer is no. There's a couple on the outskirts, but that's about it. Yeah, I like using the explodies for extra damage, especially right now where I'm not, like, the strongest. Let's see. I'll just go for that. Another exploder, dead center in the mix. The problem is there is a healer in there, so I should make sure he's dead. I'm gonna go for the crit chance. Necro Whirl is good, but I think that puts me at, like, at least 19% crit chance, if not higher, which is good. Okay, Solar Pulse, extra damage, sure. So ice or fire? I'm actually gonna go ice. Because this way anything caught in my aura gets presumably slowed down a bit. I also usually go for fire. And that's boring. Sure. Spell duration on Necro Whirl. Lightning or fire. I'm actually gonna go lightning. Because this way it, yeah, just hits the whole mix. That feels good to me. Let's see. Yeah, it's just so nice being able to just casually stroll around. Okay. Let's secure the spell cores again. Time for some soccer. Like, oddly enough, I think this is one of the more casual bullet heavens I've got in my library, which means I should probably bump up the difficulty an amount. Okay, so we have 5 cores. Leave that alone. How the hell did I not get hit there? I don't even know. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. Okay. How the heck? Okay, I'm not going to avoid all this. Whoop. Let's do broadsword. Ow, that was a lot of health. Oh, let's get one of these. Pop it open. Okay, so relic. Your luck is increased by 1 every time you don't use rerolls. Max 10, so that's kind of good. Sure, I'm gonna go with delayed fate. So that means just cannot use rerolls for any reason. That's okay, we only have 1 left. Okay, and then I have to be careful because I'm actually really low on health, and we don't have that much time. There's a potion over there, which is good. Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep boosting my luck. I've gotten upgrades in the past that are like... Oh, no, we might not get this one. Okay, I'm just gonna have to loop him around. That should count. Alright. The problem is just this is a really bad elbow to be in. But if I'm lucky, and not too many things spawn in front of me. Okay, we're just gonna go up and over. Yeah. Trying to go around these rocks. Not working for me. There we go. Got it. Alright. Grab the health potion. What do we augment? You take less damage when there are enemies inside your spell area. Oh. Spell's damage converts to healing. Yarp. Okay, cool. So now Necro Whirl is extremely good when I'm wounded. Okay, Necro Whirl spell size up by 40%. I feel like I've tread this ground before. Let's see, Necro Whirl duration, damage. Probably just do duration for the time being. There we go. Things were a bit touch and go for a moment, but now we're doing fine. Let's go looking for treasure chests at this point. Spell broadsword. I don't care too deeply for it. I should do a build that focuses on the arcane broadsword at some point. I think it is actually a decent weapon. Okay. Do we go looking around? There's a lot of experience behind me. But if one chest is spawned, maybe there's another one. It's hard to tell because you're not actually informed when chests spawn in. You just have to go looking for them and hope you can spot it. Which, I mean, realistically isn't that hard. But I still do it. I mean, okay. Not that I really want to work towards the Hex Bomb at all. I still do feel like the experience on this game isn't high enough to justify having 4 spells. It's the same reason why Deep Rock Galactic, it would probably feel better if you only had access to 3 weapons instead of the full 4. But I also recognize that, like, oh. Seal the rifts. Rightio. Alright, snag that. Get them toasted. Yeah, we'll just be here. Which I'm assuming is largely just hang out in the circle. Ow. I think we'll be fine. Solar pulse damage by 25%, sure. Yeah, luckily we've been softening up a lot of these guys. And we're good. I guess I'll work on the Necro World for now. Quest completed. There's the reward. Yeah, fine. So now my whirlpools move. This is gonna hurt. And there's a magnet. Okay, Hex Bomb, increase dodge. I'll increase my dodge. I know there's a number of perks related to dodging that you can get from the treasure chest. Unfortunately, treasure chests are not the most common. Yeah, the Necro World healing is actually pretty good. Are you goofing me? Okay, let's just set those off. Talk about this being extremely casual, and here I am just scooting through large groups. Yeah. I mean, it is true, though. Like, it feels really nice just scooting through. I guess the one downside on making it so the whirls chase enemies down is now they don't stand still very well. But there's a magnet there. I'm going to leave that for a bit. Oh, actually hit myself with a Necro Bomb. Okay. I just don't care. Spell damage or duration. I think I'm gonna keep going duration. The damage would be nice. But we're just trying to have that soften things up for me. If there's another treasure chest, I have not spotted it, which is a little unfortunate. Dang. That's a lot of enemies coming to greet me over here. This is why I haven't been super gung-ho about upping the difficulty yet. Is that, like, I do reasonably well, but I also recognize mostly it's just because I'm not aggressive enough. Well, I don't know. I'm not putting myself in harm's way as much as maybe I could. Oh, there's another treasure chest. What is this one? Less health you have, the faster you move. Every time you dodge, you heal. Or armored. Yeah, let's go for evasion mend. Huh, you can kill those guys. Good. And yeah, are we going to have another event pop up? We might. So there's the magnet there. We don't want to pick it up until, I'd say, right before the boss spawns, really. We actually have 2 magnets. I mean, Necro Whirl size up, and lightning with lightning for thunder or plasma. Let's do thunder. I don't think I've ever done thunder. Okay. And also just keep boosting it. That's tough. I'm gonna go for my solar pulse. Ah. I was hoping I could kind of scoot it. I think part of the other reason why I don't want to mess around with boosting the difficulty is I don't have much of the meta progression unlocked. Like, there's still a fair bit left for me to do. This is a lot of enemies, too. Dang. But yeah, once again, you can just kind of casually sidle around enemies. I don't think there's a single other bullet heaven I can think of where I feel this safe directly next to enemies. Which sounds extremely weird, I know. but it's the truth. Yeah, that normally when I'm this close to them, I'm going to get hit constantly. And here I'm just kind of like, yeah, I can just kind of skirt around this guy. Base critical damage by 35%. Sure. And considering my crit chance is reasonably good. Spell size by 27%? Sure. Like, the only other game genre I can think of that really has you this close, apart from, like, Souls-likes where you're just deep in it because who cares, the only other comparison point I can think of off the top of my head is, like, what are they doing? Oh. They're summoning the boss. Means I can kind of hang out here and fight him. There we go. That's the long one again. Yeah, there's a new boss that I can fight. But it's... I have to get lucky and actually have it spawn. There we go. Having Necro World heal me is kind of nice. Also, we were just zapping the heck out of the boss. Grab another magnet, because apparently I have oodles of them. Oh, is he stunned? He's stunned. I don't think that really makes much of a difference, to be honest. But I do appreciate that you can stun the boss. That's kind of nice. Let's see. But yeah, bullet hell games, specifically the ones that have grazing as a mechanic, are like the only games I can think of off the top of my head that involve this degree of, like, physical proximity. I think I did get hit by the boss. I probably shouldn't hang out directly next to him. I'm gonna go less health you have, the more speed you have, as kind of a, oops, I need to not be here. Unfortunately, my Electro Auras can heal me. The problem is, they literally kind of are running away from me, which makes it a little tricky. Damn it. Kind of tricky to use them. Okay, dodge by 9%. Not that I've been dodging too aggressively here, but I do actually heal based on those dodges. There we go. Shouldn't look away too hard. Should we look around? What do we even do? What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. There's a potion here. Also a mess of experience. Was this, like, too far away from the magnet? Interesting if true. I'm gonna keep going for that crit chance. I'd like to boost my aura. I'd like to boost my aura, but I don't think it's worth it over the crit. And yeah, despite the fact that I've boosted my dodge to... oh, it's only 22%. That explains some things. Yeah, I thought I picked up a more dodge than that. But I suppose I'm not. Just leave him some bombs if they go off near him. Ooh. He's gone into Big Angie mode. Nice part is I can actually just play Ring Around the Rock with him and just use line of sight. I also just don't have to be really involved in the process of killing him. Necro Whirl's gonna cook him down regardless of my participation. There it goes. Yeah, maybe I could boost my difficulty. I'll have to see what kind of meta progression I have. Ooh, Savior Focus. 201% crit damage. That's a new one. Alright. Well, we should try somebody else. What are these? Still locked by quest. I could try this guy. Because he's got the broadsword. Unaffected by elemental effects. Bigger hitbox. Increased armor. Increased dodge, faster on roads and environmental hazard, smaller hitbox. So maybe that's part of it too. Let's see, new spells and infusions faster. Did he experience gain? It'll be fine. Oh, if he's unaffected by elemental effects, then maybe I can go through the fire zone safely. However, we have some things I can spend currency on. Rerolls, spell size is good. Crit damage, revive speed. Experience gain is kind of in there. I'll just go for some damage. And yeah, quests. So, equip a new spell 50 times, equip a new spell 86 times. Survive 400 minutes, and level up 600 times. That's how we get the remaining wizards. Oh no, actually there's more. Survive 343 minutes, level up 360 times. Survive total of 273 minutes, equip a new spell 75 times, and level up 1,111 times. Okay, so that's going to take some doing. Well, do we want to try the fire zone? Do we want to boost things? No, but we're doing it anyway, for the sake of, I don't know, spice? Let's see if we get wrecked. The big question is, am I affected by whirlwinds? No. Am I affected by fire? Yes. I'll take it. Okay. Increase luck by 4. It's always a good sign when you start by boosting your luck a bunch. It does the— okay, that does affect me. It's just we'd just spawned in, so that explains some things. Spell damage by 25%. And maybe what I should do is just go for luck regardless of what rarity it is. Unless we have, like, a truly better alternative. I think I'm just summoning the luck today. If so, cool. Okay. So yeah, what do we even do here? I don't know. I mean, just kind of be casual. Ow. Oh, there was one of the little guys in there. Scepter Mesh. Golden Scepters create walls of energy between them, or a little minion that attacks any enemy they can find. These are new, and I like them. I'm gonna go for the Scepter Mesh. That just seems good. And then all we have to do is just kind of dance back and forth over it. Well, that's kind of fun. You'll have to see about its, like, fire rate. Unfortunately, they only connect in a line. Well, cast speed 35%, that should be good. I wonder if cast speed affects its tick rate, too. Okay, and spell cores again. And that's mostly fine. I'm not a fan of this part. Whatever dumb kid kicked their... No... their soccer ball into the lava is dead to me. The problem is I don't have that much health. So I can't be goofing too hard here. Alright, so far so good. There we go. That should be good enough. Alright, spell explodes at the end of its lifetime. Spell does more damage while standing still. Ooh. That was some big damage. And yeah, I don't know which I'm gonna like more. I feel like I need to level up the broadsword. Especially if I can get multiple instances of the broadsword going simultaneously. To get that cast speed down really far. Ow. Oh. Okay. Nice part is the buggers... Oh, that was close. That actually probably would have killed me. Nice part is the buggers are just as vulnerable to... Well, okay. Half as vulnerable to fire as I am. But they're not smart enough to avoid it. I say with some level of irony. Because I did intentionally waltz in there. Yeah, these weird sky manta ray things hurt. Oh, I should have probably tried to land that on them. Unfortunately, I only have a handful of revives. I guess this is where armor might come in handy. Because all it takes is just two touches by those little guys. And I am toast. I'm gonna keep going for the movement speed more than anything else. Let's see. If there's a treasure chest on the map at the moment, I do not know where it is. We'll have to find one later. I do need to experience pretty badly now. Oh. I haven't tested this. Do my fences hurt me? That's an interesting question. Well, that's good. If they do, it's not consistent. Okay, so this is a much easier quest. Just go get the bewitched fungi. Easy. There we go. Oh, actually, so I take half as much, or twice as much. However, I don't take it nearly as often as them when it comes to walking through fire. Okay. And we might as well run over. Cripes, this is a bunch of fungi in one area. I wonder if that means that there's duplicates. There has to be. Maybe? Gonna have to go back and grab that. Okay. Well, at least we can complete the quest in the process. I do like the spell size, however... increases size over time, additional projectile. I wonder if that actually goes away. So, elemental damage increased by 10%. I don't do that much. I guess I'll go for blood speed, just because. Okay. And yeah, let's go for this. What kind of damage do we want to boost with it? I guess I'll do lightning. Yeah, because the lightning scales in damage. Oh, 600 damage! I was not expecting that to do over 600 damage. Alright. So it seems like maybe being on a higher difficulty is not great. At least might not be worth it with my current level of meta progression and maybe not this character. Okay. Talon slash. Sure. Oh. Better to get hit by the whirlwind than these guys. I appreciate that they have a whole mess of new spells. Like, it seems like a lot of them are legitimately pretty fun or interesting to play around with. Yeah, now what do we want to do now? And pretty much just run over these. Problem is I need a good spot to fight things. Spell duration by a bunch. Yeah, let's just have them all walk through the fence. The problem is the fence doesn't do, like, heinous amounts of damage. I also really wish that every instance of fence would connect to every other instance of fence. That rather than the cooldown being based on, like, you know, sets of 4, it's just based on how fast you put them down. No, I guess that could have some downsides, though. Okay. Spell size for the broadsword, sure. Because we kind of want the broadsword to hit max level. Unstable spell cores again. Unfortunately, there's just gobs of enemies I can't really hit here. I mean, so be it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I was at full health. I don't have a whole lot of illusions that I'm going to be able to get this one. If I'm lucky and I can get them to kind of come to me from behind, maybe. But if they're going to be right next to me, I'm not pulling it off. Ow, I didn't think that was going to be able to touch me. Okay, here we go. Got him. However, that was my last revival. Which, ain't helping. Additional projectile. Increases size. The additional projectile is certainly interesting on the fence. I think my problem is the fence just feels like a kind of less good necro whirl. Like, unfortunately, I think no matter what, this entire build has this, like, very solid feeling of being that previous run, but not as consistent. You know, it's easier for my enemies to avoid the fence. Problem is, what is my crit chance? 18%. Actually, that's kind of good. I might be about to die. We'll see. Oh, do you get more revives over time? It looks like it's a meter. Huh. Oh, that's different. That actually is... That makes a lot of sense. I mean, why not, right? Have it be one of those things that recharges slowly over time, so as long as you don't die too often, it's not that bad. Yeah, I'll boost my regen by a bit. It's not chip damage that kills me, but being consistently full health absolutely would save me. I'm a lot of damage here. Okay. I guess let's try Impish Havoc. Just to see what that even looks like. Of course, I have no idea what the imps even look like. Oh, it's those guys. Wow, they're awesome. They just walk at enemies slashing them a bunch, and it does good damage. I'm gonna boost my max health, though. I did say I was gonna boost my max health, though. But we are having DPS issues. I wonder if cast speed also affects the imp's attack speed. Oh, and that's why I probably should have boosted my attack speed. At least my regen's quite good. Come on. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a region that just loves to chuck random damage at me. Okay, got it. Got the scroll. Let's go for the dodge heal. Because that seems like it has merits. Oh, almost died there. Okay, where are you? Golden crab. Unfortunately, I was not expecting so many enemies to head me off there. Or here. Or here. This is... fine. We've got a minute and only has a smidge of health left. All I need to... there we go. Got it. There's an unholy amount of explosive dudes just hanging out in the middle of that. Which is helpful. Yeah, I'd really like to do a cast speed run with the broadsword. See if I can actually have multiple of them spinning simultaneously. We've got it close. Like, it feels like you could do some seriously gnarly business with it. Okay. Yeah, really dig those imps. I will have to build around them in the future. Because even in their base state, it feels like they do a decent chunk of damage. Enough to be worth using. I would love to go for the imp upgrade, but 12% crit chance is hard to say no to, given the circumstances and that 50% damage bonus we got earlier. Alright. Just avoid things. A lot of enemies. And there should be probably one more chest somewhere. A little late to be picking luck up, to be honest. But worth it. Okay, one more on the broadsword. Okay. Oh no. Thought I'd be able to escape down through the mix, and the answer was a very emphatic nope. Ow. Okay, please let me boost my broadsword size by 35%. I'll take it. Acid for flux. Let's do acid. I don't actually know what acid does in comparison to fire. Like, lightning and ice are... okay, so fire is just a damage over time effect. That whirlwind is going for me. Like, it feels like the damage on the broadsword is extremely good. The only problem is getting it to be consistent. I need more duration on it, and I need more cast speed on it. Oh, that would have been death. Size is nice, but I'd like it to be able to do multiple loops. And ideally, I'd like to have multiple out simultaneously. Nope. I have chosen to put my cart behind this big sword horse. Oh, there's a magnet. Finally. Dodge by a bit. Crit chance by a bit. I know I could go for Talon Slash or some other things. And they probably are just as good. But at this point... Well, hey, we've unlocked a new character. Let's not do that, actually. That's just going to get me surrounded. There we go. It's kind of in there. Crit damage by a bunch. Okay, so this is probably going to be the boss. And I do actually have a revival. After all. Alright, is the bloated one. He's the new guy. Okay. He's kind of a weird fish man. Who'd do a puke. He's got a butt. Ow. Ooh, ow. Something's hurting me. Oh. Is that? That's what's hurting me. Okay. Yeah, let's boost the scepter a smidge. Let's go looking around. We haven't actually inspected the map much lately. I picked a good time to inspect the map. Feels like there's a lot more whirlwinds, too. Yeah, so do we have any treasure chests lurking in the area for me to potentially snag? Yeah, a little bit more cast speed on this and we could have 2 broadswords out. Yeah, if there's another treasure chest, I've at this point missed it and am unlikely to find it. And maybe that's entirely fine. Whoa. I was not expecting him to be able to just jump at me. So yeah, never be in front of the sucker is the answer. Let's see. Yeah, the problem is, how do you fight this dude? I mean, I guess I just have to stay close to him. Okay, so he sticks his tongue out. And then pulls himself towards the location. And that's how it works. Okay. I have enough movement speed that I can resist that and hit him during it. Okay. I got his pattern now. The only problem is I don't do nearly enough damage to be able to kill him easy. And unlike the last guy, you can't stun this one. Not that I'm particularly confident in my ability to do anything extra to him, even if I did stun him. Okay. I'm gonna do ice on that. Might as well have my scepter slow things down. Because at this point, my damage is actually pretty good. Like, going total broadsword is a little thin build-wise. But it's kind of working. Spell duration, spell size. Really, the only thing I want on the broadsword... like, size is nice, but it's not going to make a huge difference here. What I'd like to have on the broadsword is just a little bit more casting speed. Yeah, it hurt. I probably shouldn't be fighting them near the rocks. But there's no places that are, like, away from the rocks here. Okay. Got him down. Unfortunately, he does also have a berserk mode when I get him below a certain amount, and that's probably also going to hurt. Base cast speed, 9% on everything. He's put me in a wind wall. Of a sort. Okay, he's just going to summon that in. Okay. Yeah, now we have two of my swords lined up. Whoop. That's actually super dangerous. Well, so be it. Spell damage by 35% on the scepters. Yersh. I mean, why not, right? This is just going on for ages. Well, I was worried that this run would end prematurely. I am glad to see that no. This run has some long legs. Owing largely due to the fact that, yeah, I just don't do enough damage to kill anything that quickly. I mean, the regular monsters, and like, we've got the boss halfway down. Okay. Sure. Extra 25 damage on the broadsword. A little bit more movement speed wouldn't be remiss either. Okay, it's 50 damage if I'm outside of the whirlwind. Or the problem is I need to not be directly next to the edge of the whirlwind. I wonder if it's getting smaller over time. I sincerely hope not. It's certainly moving. Okay, cast speed. I think I'm gonna go for max health here. This is a really, genuinely bad boss fight for this region. And I'm doing fine, honestly. Better than expected, really. However, that's why we left that there. I still wish the potions would actually heal a percentage rather than a flat quantity. Oh. No. Vengeance. Take that, butt beast. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That vacuum ability of his is real brutal. Oh. How did I even sneak through those things? I have no idea. Gonna grab that. Unfortunately, I think the ring gets even smaller. Oh, is he blowing me away? He is blowing me away. No, 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 no. That was the end of it. Damn. That was tough. Well, we've unlocked Eldrick. I think the main problem is the broadsword is just too unreliable. Let's take a look at Aldrich. So, revives teammates more efficiently, more health regen. Heals teammates efficiently. Ah, extra gold on the next mission. And it has Aether Beam, beam that links you to the nearest enemy, dealing consistent damage. I'm gonna just take a look at that real quick. Let's not go back there though. That region's tough. But yeah, I want to take a look at this guy. I think the main problem with the broadsword is you really do need that cast speed. Oh. Interesting, so it just links you at the nearest thing. Huh. I thought it was going to be one of those where I'd like chain it to an enemy and be able to drag it through. But no, I'm literally just like speed beaming whatever the closest enemy is, and it will switch targets constantly. Interesting. I feel like this would be a really good one with lightning once again. Because you could pull off, it would effectively just be a giant chain lightning beam. That could be fun. For now though, I'm going to leave it here. I like this game, I want to play more of it. However, I'll have to leave that for a later date. Luckily, it's still getting plenty of updates, and that means I have plenty of opportunities, plenty of time to keep putting, well, time into it here and there. And then, obviously, once it's out fully, I'll just come back on the regular. But for now, I might as well mention that the Spell Brigade is available now on Steam. It's been out for a while now. It's getting regular updates. It's got full online multiplayer, and you can turn off the friendly fire, which is admittedly one of their selling points, but if you don't like it, you can say no. And I think that is really nice of them to do. What the heck? Okay, that was different. I was not expecting that. Grow territorial plants that attack enemies within range. Command mystical birds that fly around the battlefield, striking multiple targets. What? Let's go for the wings. And unfortunately, there we go. I see the birds now. So it's just a homing projectile that you don't have to worry about that does a decent amount of damage, but it's extremely slow. However, that means that probably reducing the cast speed on it is going to be the most noticeable. Anyway, Spell Brigade is also $10, so if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, now is actually a good time. It's 25% off as part of the Steam Summer Sale, which, you know, it's always a good spot, good time to pick up cool games at decent prices. And y'all should know what the Steam sale is like at this point. But yeah, as far as Bullet Heavens with production value goes, this still remains one of the best. I think the one problem I would posit is that the builds are still kind of static. That this very much belongs to the same school of design as Soulstone Survivors. That, you know, ultimately you're just scaling the numbers bigger and bigger, and it can be really impressive and interesting. But ultimately, apart from a couple of like fun little perks that you can get from completing the events, there's not really that many special things you can do with your build, and there's only so many options within that. And so often whenever you pick a build, or whenever you pick a move for a build, that's just going to be, it's going to be the same every single time you pick it. You know, maybe you get lucky with some extra speed or cast speed or size, or really, I mean, it's just those two things that can make something feel drastically different from one run to the next. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.